Hi and welcome to my Football Manager 20 save, so FM 20 save. My name is Mark and I'm here to talk to you about Arsenal. This is kind of a recap from the stream I did last night that was pretty lengthy. I think I played about four competitive matches. So what I'm going to do today is have a quick recap of what happened and play the Brighton game because I'm conscious I might as well play the Brighton game. So, a couple of updates for you. Number one, I've sorted my scouting. Um, we started. Let me get our form up. So we started off the season. I'm starting to get players back from injury, which is good. First game of the season was West Ham, and it was quite a comfortable win actually, as I recall. We played well. I think Mesut scored first and then Socrates with a header. And it felt like quite a comfortable win. I think we dominated as well the possession, etc., and the chances. Well, it's closer than I thought. But nevertheless, these are new tactics that I've instilled, and it's going to take some time for them to get used to this. So I was happy with an opening day away win at West Ham, 2-0. We then played Man City. We got a 1-1 draw. We're probably a bit lucky, to be honest with you. The first half was action-packed. The second half, not so much. Socrates got an equaliser. I think there was a disallowed goal from what I remember. You can go back through the stream and watch it. But yeah. And so 2 games in, Socrates was our top goal scorer, which is great. And I was happy with that. We moved on to Leicester. Should have won it. And I was bitterly disappointed that we didn't. I thought we were the better side, particularly in the first half. It was around this point that I was actually beginning to get a bit worried that Aubameyang hadn't scored, all since the season started, and he missed quite a few chances in this game, from what I recall. I think I brought on Lacazette for him. Yeah, it looks like I did there for Oba, and I was thinking, geez, is this guy going to score? But as I said, we got hit massively on the counter for the Jamie Vardy goal. It was actually a really good goal, and it was a good sign of kind of what the match engine does. Can I show you the goal? Not without going into the game. But I was really impressed with kind of like what the match engine does. But from such a commanding position to end up being outplayed, it has to be said. I was just a little bit disappointed. And so that was 1 win, 2 draws at this point. And I was thinking, I know it's going to take a while for the squad to get used to these tactics. And this is, as I said, my take on the Invincibles. That was the goal. Looks like a little bit of a bug here with the Maddison. So it's only really showing Maddison. It's only really showing their breakaway. But I think it actually came from our corner. So yeah, this doesn't look too great here. I think there's a bit of a bug here. That probably needs reporting. Remember, do your bit, report the bug. I'll do it outside of the video. No one really wants to see me typing away and going through forums. And then the Aston Villa game, the big 6-0. We blew them away. Instead of going on more of a conservative sort of balanced approach like I did against Man City and I did against Leicester, I went for more of an attacking lineup. We blew them away with 28 shots on goal, 15 on target. Martinelli opened the scoring, 2 headers, and I was thinking, can we only score headers? And then Oba finally arrived, got himself a hat-trick. Mesut got himself a goal as well. They barely got a look in, and you can see the average ratings there. But to see Oba in such good form, I was really pleased with. Didn't really need to do that. He still missed a hatful of chances, it has to be said, but I'm actually happy with how he did. This is just replaying the whole game, which, ain't nobody got time for that. So we move on now to Brighton. Brighton are struggling, and we've actually got a run of games. Brighton, Spartak Moscow, Millwall, who we drew in the Cup, and Everton. And Everton are getting walloped every week as well, and I kind of feel like this is an opportunity to sort of rotate the team a bit, and even Torino after that. So we have got a stretch of 5 games. I'm going to experiment a bit. I'm going to play some players that maybe wouldn't usually play. It's more to stave off people complaining about lack of first team opportunities, and also just playing the cup squads. We got drawn in the Europa League. I think it's quite a tough draw, but we got Spartak Moscow, Torino, and Frankfurt, and I think that's a fairly tough draw. But we should obviously be able to. I actually said on the draw, I didn't really care who we drew against, because it's the Europa League, and I expect us to go through anyway. So I've changed it about a bit, given a couple of players who haven't been playing an opportunity. So without further ado, we might as well go towards the Brighton game. I'm giving Joe Lopez a start, which could end up being a bad move. There's also players that are lacking in match fitness, players coming back, so it's not going to be as fluid maybe as the other games. So Tierney, that's really good news as well, that Kieran Tierney played 45 minutes in a reserve game. He's not going to be ready for first team against Brighton, but again, he's a player which I'm going to be looking to move in. We've got Hector Bellerin coming back soon. Joe Willock training well as well again, so that's good to see. I'm going to criticise David Luiz's trainings, and it's good to see that the players are respectful enough to be able to say that they agree when I'm saying that they're not training well. I haven't had any major issues. Oh, Saka as well signed his new contract, which I was happy with. So I was actually looking through the squad now, and I was thinking, from a contract situation, if we look at like the upcoming expiries, El Neni, I don't mind losing on a free in the summer. The same with like an emergency backup goalkeeper, Dejan Iliev, I don't mind. Matt Macy, I may look to give a new contract, but realistically, I think we can do better. So, all three of those can leave. Danny Ceballos, I haven't decided if I'm going to keep him yet, and I guess I have to see. I kind of feel like he needs to do something special to make me think, yes, I really want this guy. It's interesting that his agreed playing time is a regular starter, actually. That's really interesting. But I'm going to be playing him in the more advanced role. We'll have to see. And actually, today's a good chance for him. But like David Luiz, his contract runs out at the end of next season, so I'm not going to be really too interested by then on renewing his contract. Back at goalkeeper, again, he's got potential, and I'm going to play him in the Cups. But to be honest with you, I can see him being another one that we let the contract wind down. Joe Lopez has to impress me, and he's starting today. So this is the lad, I think they've been a bit harsh on his potential ability. So I'm going to give him a start today and see how he gets on. Mesut in 2 years' time on that ridiculous fee, ridiculous wage. I can see his stats beginning to drop then. As much as I love the guy, he'll be 32 by then. Possibly even 33. So, and he's in amazing form at the moment, but that can dip. Mustafi. So, I haven't decided yet on Mustafi, but he's actually quite well rated in the game. I know, obviously, in real life, maybe not so much, but, he might be a player worth keeping around for the purpose of the game. He's a ball-playing defender. It's actually hard it would be quite hard to replace him. But I'd have to see what his contract obligations are. Like, for 90,000 a week, it's probably he's worth having around. Even when you get to Socrates, this is in a few years' time. So really, in terms of contract negotiations, I don't have to do anything for a good few years, and that's quite nice. Ainsley Maitland-Niles, maybe we'll look at Reece Nelson, Emile Smith-Rowe. So really, it's next season, towards the end of next season. Yeah, the summer of, what would that be? So maybe around Christmas 2020. So about a year's time, we'll have to start thinking about 2022 and chipping away at some of these. But I don't think I've got to do too much on the contract front for a little while, actually, which is really exciting. So Man City won 3-0. Arsenal about to play Brighton. And Hector Bellerin now is one of the only players who are out. So we've had a load of players come back, which is good. As I said, I see this as an opportunity to rotate. So we're going with what looks to be quite a weak squad. But I'll take you through it. Ainsley Maitland-Niles, because he's about our only option at the moment at right back. Like, I could put Callum Chambers there, but I'm trying to retrain his position as a central defensive midfielder. And Bellerin is just short of coming back. Mustafi and Holding in the middle. Holding may not have full squad fitness. Yeah, not quite. But I want to start playing him. So he might be someone that we end up taking off further down the line. Maybe it would help if I had a backup central defender on the bench. That might be a sensible option in case he does banjacks himself. We'll put Socrates on the bench instead of... Willock's going to play a lot this season, so I'll take Willock off and we'll use Granit Xhaka as backup. And then Joel Lopez on the left, who I'm expecting to see good things. He was pretty good pre-season, to be fair to him, but again, he's just lacking a little bit in the squad fitness, in the match fitness. Nicola Pepe, his star rating's low because I'm playing him out of position, but if the going gets tough, I can move him into the more advanced role. And the same with Emile Smith-Rowe as well. He's actually better than that. We've just had an international break, which is why a lot of the players as well are lacking in match fitness. Danny Ceballos, I'm playing in the advanced playmaker role. And Oba, I just can't take Oba out at the moment. One, because Lacazette's severely lacking in match fitness. And two, he just scored a hat-trick, so I'm going to keep him there. So let's get involved. See how we do. We can make changes. I don't see us getting absolutely blown away in the first 10 minutes. So, let's do it. We've been on a good run. Let's go out and impress me. Defence. I have faith in you. I've said that because Joel Lopez in particular. Midfield. Expecting you to control the midfield out there. And the striker. Calm. Pick up where you left off. Can I say that? Let's keep the good form. You were excellent last time out. That's what I want to see. Tunnel interviews are very frequent, aren't they? How useful is Callum Chambers versus when it comes to sort of always find a place for? No. International break, not at all. If anything, it's been a bonus. Yeah, I agree. Good. Right. So let's start the match. I've got the highlights on key, by the way. I don't know if I commented about that, but we're playing in the red, are we? For a change. Right, Chambers. Guendouzi, Chambers, good. Spray it out left. Joel Lopez, go on, Joel. Ceballos, Ainsley Maitland-Niles, Oba, Guendouzi, 1-0. There you go. Great start, boys. Great start. What? I thought it was Guendouzi who took the shot. It says it was Oba. Ah, I didn't even see that. It looked like Guendouzi shot from outside the box. I'll take it. Not a lot happening. But what is happening is pretty much all us. Right. Oh, Ceballos wins it. Well done. And then Guendouzi. One more to Ainsley Maitland-Niles. Oh, it's 2-0. And I'm going to try and keep this team together as much as possible for the next fixture. I might move Guendouzi out because basically Guendouzi and Willock are going to be the box-to-boxes long term. Obviously, Torreira's the defensive, and Chambers. I think Lacazette deserves a few starts. Spoilt for choice in many ways. I haven't done any touchline shouts this match and probably won't need to. Things are going well, keep it up. I'm very happy, keep it going. So positives, Rob Holding is playing well ish from his first game back. Gone over. Oh yeah, go and finish that. Oh, he's still missing too many chances. 1-on-1s is not his strong point, is it? In this game, in-game. He would have put that away. So Emil Smith-Rowe's getting tired, so we need to swap him. Joel Lopez can stay on. I'll bring on Laka instead of Gabriel Martinelli for now. And let's go for two up top, shall we? With Ceballos in behind, Nicola Pepe. Let's play like that. So Oba can be the complete forward in support mode. Laka can be an advanced forward in attack mode. We'll have Nicolas Pepe as an inside forward and it will be in support mode. I need to tell him to sit narrower. I can't. What's that mean? Oh, that's interesting. Okay. I'll tell you what. Let's just play him in there then. Pretty sure he can play as a... I thought he could play as a striker. Okay, let's try this then. Inverted winger in attack mode. And I'll play Oba, who can cut inside as a complete forward in support mode. And now it's just about looking after the players really and making sure that no one gets injured. Guendouzi, come off for Granit Xhaka, give Granit a bit of game time. And is there anyone else that we need to be? Not really, is there? Good to see Rob Holding back. I'm not a fan of making a change just for the sake of it. But at the same time, especially when it's a league game, you want to be... Well, it's a tactic... Nice, unlucky. It's a tactic that I use, but because really player development is based around like league appearances and things like that. Right, I'm going to do it. I'm going to put Martinelli on. He's going to come on for Oba. and he's going to become cuts inside from left wing. Okay. He's going to become the inverted winger to cut inside from the left wing. Pepe is going to become... Let's just play him as a winger, if that's what he wants to be. Inside forward, in support mode. Just making sure that players all get game time, really. Guendouzi with just the 2 assists today. Good outing for him. Probably will be a bit annoyed that he got subbed, but it's nothing personal. It's just making sure players get game time. With game time you develop. It's a bit gloomy in here, isn't it? I might have to turn a light on. It's 9:10 in the morning. It is raining outside and yeah, good win. Well done, lads. Good win. Like it. I likes it. So I might as well stay on and play the Spartak Moscow Europa League while I'm here and do like a double video. How are we doing for time on this? I don't know how long we've been going for. But so as I recall, I left Leno accidentally out of the Euro Cup squad, which he had words about, and I've promised him I'll put him back in the squad. You know, when we get a chance to change, if we qualify. But it means it's kind of good in a way because it forces me into this kind of change, and I want to give Hines some time. Is there anyone else? Do I give Laka a start? I feel like I do. Obi's in great form, but he needs resting as well. Are there any other players? Like, could I give Kieran Tierney a game now? Although Joe Lopez. Let's put Tierney on the bench. Because long term, like, in terms of game time, I'm not too worried because he's going to play a lot. Like, all of these on the bench that aren't there. David Luiz, Bellerin, Joe Willock, Reece Nelson, Saka, Torreira and Kolasinac. Like, all of them in the long term are going to get games, so I'm not too fussed that they're not playing. Like, I'm not giving the opportunity now while it's a weaker team in the cup. Guendouzi I might bring out for Xhaka and give Xhaka a start just to keep him happy. Let's just have a look at the selection info. See if there's anyone else that's not started. Emi Martinez, but to be honest, I want to pursue this keeper here. Yeah, Tierney is the only one really. All the others I've got playing, right to Joe Willock, who will play more anyway, so I'm not too fussed that he's starting. It's looking low. Why can't I give... I can. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Match preview. That's got to be strong enough to win this game, isn't it? I mean, Lopez and Hine. I've got Emi Martinez as a backup goalkeeper. Just another tunnel interview for you. I think it's quite a surprising lineup. Yeah, those tunnel interviews are quite common, aren't they? Mustafi, that's a howler. Is that Andre Schürrle? Save keeper. Is that Jano Ananidze? I bet that's Jano Ananidze. He's not rated as very good. It is. Oh my god, I used to buy him years ago. Got to be honest, I think they're the better team so far. Go on, Lacquer. Square it, mate. Square it. Danny Ceballos loses out there. Keeper. That can't be the highlight. Nothing happened. Oh. I thought... It's a good ball from Ananidze. That's Andre Schürrle, isn't it? Scored that. Let's try and play a little bit more on the front foot. We should be better than this. Pepe. Oh! So I'll give them a bit of a rocket. Tell them to play more attacking. Still being outplayed though. No one's playing particularly bad either for us. Like Pepe's not having the best game. Probably should have challenged or at least tracked back for the goal that we conceded. You just watched it. Go on then, play it, Pepe. Kind of meant on the wing for your overlap. Nice. Joel Lopez in acres of space. Good. Joel Lopez again. Seen a lot of the ball, Joel Lopez. Go on, get a ball in. Gets the ball in. Good. Winners. Headed it over again. Okay. I'll give it a couple of minutes, maybe on to like 50 or 55 minutes. And then I'm going to bring Kieran Tierney on. Joe Lopez hasn't done a lot wrong, but he looks nervous, and I just want to start getting Kieran Tierney match fit. Emile Smith-Rowe hasn't been amazing, so we'll take him off for Martinelli. I think as well we need to start playing a bit more attacking. Questions. feel like we're not creating enough. And so Mesut is coming on for Ceballos. Is that a good move, or do we bring on Oba? Let's bring on Oba instead. Whatever the result, we can come back from this. No, I don't want to discard my changes. Toying with the idea of it's either Mesut . Game's just ticking away there now. Right, 72 minutes. Go on Ceballos. Martinelli. Tierney. Martinelli. Tierney. Oba. Let's encourage. Then let's go very attacking. Come on, what is not... Come on, we should be blowing this team away. They've had to travel from bloody Russia. Not good enough. We can recover from it, so it's not the end of the world, but very disappointing that. I did not expect that. Tierney makes his debut. What a time to tell me about their bonuses, hey? I just turn up and play like that. Oh, there are your bonuses, lads. Nice one. Okay, cool. Well, I'm going to come back in a bit for a live stream anyway, but there we have it. That was very disappointing. So there we are. I'll be back in a minute for the Millwall live stream, and I prefer streaming it, to be honest, rather than doing videos. But I just thought, bit of a recap, couple of games, you know, jobs are good. And so thanks very much for watching. If you enjoyed it, put a like, leave a comment, do what you like. And yeah, I'll see you hopefully in a minute for a live stream.